QUARLESS Chronicles Live, where we take purpose, people, bring those together to make products and then profit share with the people. All right.
So the live,
it says that I'm live and I'm public on, yep, on there. All right. So the idea was I started with that zinger because this will go on my story. So we wanted to capture people's attention. Bring those together to make people go on my story. Can you to capture people's attention and can you okay, so we're good. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna document the process of what we've been doing with building brands, something that can resonate with people and stay with me, that can resonate with people and have a lasting legacy. Okay, so first of all, I want to apologize because we've been trying to get fancy. We have new equipment, mixer, software. The plan was to start on Facebook Live as the first episode and then expand outward with multi-streaming and all this. But as you could see, we had, for anyone who's been waiting for the last hour and a half, we had multiple attempts and technical problems. So I ended up just going through the phone, which is what I've done previously. So I know that that works. So what we're going to do today is, because this is episode 1, we have a basic format we're going to go through. And the value here is that if you are anyone, we're all good over there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the mic's picking up everything. All right. Oh. All right, cool. Hey, thank you so much for being here. What I wanted to share first and foremost, to let you know that this is something, we're all here in this time, in this moment, sharing this experience. And for some of you that are younger, you'll come to know this. Some of you have this experience sooner than others, but my father passed away November 9th. And this is the first time I'm publicly sharing it or discussing it. And I wanted to make this point. It's a good segue into this process. And I'm here with someone very special. Her father passed away as well. So we're part of something called the Dead Fathers Club. All right. But when I went to my father's funeral, I brought the DQ Duncan QUARLESS, the DQ shirt. And because of the sensitivity of the environment, I did not share the back openly, but I'd like to share the back with you now. So first it says QUARLESS nice and big on the back. We actually have and there's something special about the QUARLESS brand name. That's why I've decided to use this, not only to honor my father, but to honor the legacy of the QUARLESS family members, which is a very unique group around the world. There's only about 400 to 600 of us. And so I'm giving a special shout out to the QUARLESS clan, originally came out of Europe. And there's talk about how the name got developed, but it could be the original was quarrels with 1 S, and then there was slavery involved. So QUARLESS with 2 S's implies ownership. Okay. But we're taking that and we're inverting that, because QUARLESS now are the owners of this concept. What I'm doing is, as I'm developing it, I'm welcoming QUARLESS family members around the world to come take part in this, and we can grow this together and have a lasting legacy into the future. And I want to give a special shout out to my father, Duncan A. QUARLESS, originally born in Barbados. And he moved here, born in 1936, moved here in his early 20s. He moved to New York, actually. I'm based in Hong Kong. But this is the point. When I grew up, he had lots of wisdom, okay? This is one of the pieces of wisdom. Okay? So he would be talking about a situation or telling a story or whatever. And when he wanted you to focus, he'd go, I'm as serious as cancer. And then you're like, oh, this means he's serious. Okay. So DQ had all these little nuggets of wisdom and ideas, including I've gone through very difficult times in my life, which I won't share now, but it's personal things. Many of you can relate, right? And he would say simple things. Some of them were his own ideas. Some of them were things that he picked up along the way, either Bajan culture. He was a Christian, so he followed some of these. He'd tell me biblical quotes and stuff, but he was very rough and he would curse a lot. And but he would simply say, "This too shall pass." And it's been over a month, and I just saw that some people that I'm connected to on social, and I won't name them, but they've just recently lost their parents, one, either mother or father, just recently, including within days, like a funeral hasn't even occurred yet. And I just wanted to share that this too shall pass. So there's, it's just a rough time. And there's something about, no matter how old you are, being a child, there's still a little bit of that. And with parents, I get it's not always fairy tale fantasy. Sometimes the relationships are rough. Like if a parent passes, you're kind of like, hey, that person was an asshole anyway. But sometimes they're complex and they're just people. So you can pick the beautiful parts about your person, the person you love in your life, and you can focus on those. So with that said, as serious as cancer is something my dad would say. And because not everyone was that close to him or knew his gritty sense of humor, that I didn't want to, bust the shirt out at the wake or the funeral. It might have affected people incorrectly, but wrongly. But it was the perfect sentiment and message, because the people that knew my father the best and were the closest to him would understand this. And with that said, I'd like to share, and this goes to the people that are closest to me, closest to Dad, to Duncan. He had two quotes he would say. One quote was, "I have 3 words for you. I love you." And the other side of Duncan would be, "I have 2 words for you. Fuck you." Okay? So with that in mind, that's how I'm proceeding to live my life and engage in my environment. One thing too, on that note, I just want to share, and it was very cool, that my father was a mentor and a guide, but he was also like an older brother, just a strong character in my life. But he always made the point that this idea of blood is thicker than water is bullshit. So it doesn't matter who it is in your life, right? Like, I'm forgetting who said this. I believe it was an actor, but he's a cool dude. He said that your greatest hater, your most loyal fan, the person that's going to be supporting you the most is a stranger. And the one that's the largest hater, like a secret hater, is going to be someone very close to you. So that's just a message for everyone out there to remember and hold on to. So what I'm going to do, the purpose of this episode, they're going to be about 15 to 30 minutes. I actually didn't even check the clock. Maybe we could check the clock so I don't just ramble. But what we're doing is, what is it?
10 minutes already.
All right, we're 10 minutes in, so we want to cut this by 30 minutes. It's cool. And then I'll know to wind it down. Okay, so what we're doing is, QUARLESS.com is actually an e-commerce website. It's an ecosystem, and the concept is, what we're doing is, on that, we're creating original content. So we actually have, it's free to join. We have a documentary series called QUARLESS Chronicles. And what I'm actually doing right now is we're filming me recording live, and this is going to get integrated into the show. So and you'll start to see like promos and stuff promoting the content on the site to get people onto the site. So that's the purpose of the live. But in the live, it's like a mini version of what's going on and what we're doing. So the reason this is valuable to you, and as I mentioned the 4 Ps. The 4 Ps are purpose. I'll say them and then I'll explain them. Purpose, people, products, profit share. The idea is we want to take something that we're living in this reality because this is for those that seek meaning. If you're just kind of, I have a certain type of person I'm trying to resonate with that has a strong sense of morality and ethics, and you want to see the people around you, whether it's family or people you want to uplift people. There's a purpose here, okay? So we take purpose, and this is how we develop the brand. We take the purpose and we create a sub-market, and I'll explain this because we have several products for this quarter. We have 4 projects. Some of you already know. I'll just name them right now very quickly. We have that was weak. To the Marine Corps. All right. So we have Ode to the Marine Corps. We have another one. And this is part of why we're having a technical problem. We were just in China, in Guangdong. It's a huge province in southern China. Hong Kong is right there right there. Hong Kong is considered a special administrative region. Like it's not quite, it's part of China, but it's a bit different in terms of how the economic system and the legal system work. But Hong Kong is considered like it's right there next to Guangdong. Next to Hong Kong, which is about 8 million people, you have Shenzhen, which I don't know, is similar, probably more, 10 million plus. And then that whole province there is 130 million people. Okay, so it's huge. And we just traveled through there. We went to the western part where we have a network. It's called Wong Chung Group. Wong Chung Group is based on a type of Chinese martial arts. The form is called, I was going to say Hung Gam Fu, but that's the name of another father that we are honoring with these projects, okay? And we went there to honor him, and there was a ceremony. But this is called, the name is slipping me, the Kung Fu style. Hong Kun, yes. Because Hong Gam Fu, there's Kung Fu, right? And then there's Hong Gam Fu, which is the name of a person who practices Hong Kun, all right? So this is something we're working on. This project, it's called we have a working title called Chinese Kung Fu. Something else is coming out very soon. But for this Chinese Kung Fu project, we take all the different disciplines, Wing Chun, Hung Kun, all the different styles, right? Wushu, whatever, right? But everyone that's practicing these styles in that southern region, we just went and had an excellent ceremony, and we have lots of video. Okay, so that's going to be included in the project. Thank you. Kimmy is dropping the Chinese characters. You can copy and paste, hopefully through the through here. You can copy and paste. Check that out. Stay with me. So as I mentioned, for new people coming on, we have 4 projects. Ode to the Marine Corps, Chinese Kung Fu, and my father's from Barbados, where they have these it's just these cool, it's very laid back, and people take things a bit slower and just relax, you know? So for example, yeah, so there's just a lot of wisdom out of there. So we have a project called, it's based in, it's Bajan, Barbadian culture, but my father had moved to New York, and he adapted some American sort of concepts, especially some aggression. So it's like this laid back style with this like aggressive New Yorker style. So it's, for now, the working title is Bajan, Sayin, right? And so we have a project there as well. Also, finally, the QUARLESS project itself. So each one of those, and you can see there's a purpose of legacy for everything I just mentioned. There is a so number one, purpose. There's the four elements. Purpose, there is a need for belonging, legacy, connection through all four. Next, people. Each one of these is a sub-market. So for example, with the Marine Corps, of course, you owe to the Marine Corps, you have Marines, right? And this is a special cult, if you will. All right. Sorry if I hurt your ears. So this is a special culture. And within the Marine Corps, you now have U.S. military, let's say. So now that's a bigger group. Then you have like patriots, right? And this particular type of project, this is where the product comes into play. So for product, we don't just, what we do with product is we create something very unique that differentiates what we're doing from everything else. That's where we develop this. That's where we can take a concept and turn it into a physical, tangible product and, and then sell that. And as the money comes in, which is the fourth point, we share it with the people. So with the Marine Corps example, Ode to the Marine Corps is an actual song, but what we've done is taken the original Marines hymn, which is like do 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 do, right? We've taken that and we've integrated it into a fitness style cadence track. This is with some of it's military cadence where it's a repeating effect, right? When I say oh to the, you say Marine Corps, and then a group says, when I say oh to the, you say Marine Corps, oh to the Marine Corps, oh to the Marine Corps, like that, right? So it's like you can feel that energy. This project specifically, we have that version. There's then a version that's just instrumental because some people don't want the yelling, right? The beautiful singing, right? But this project is now going into a greater brand called, we're still developing the exact name, but let's call it Cadence Fit, like Cadence Fitness, where anyone running, people that go to the gym, running enthusiasts, they can use this sort of energy from the music. People that simply want to be inspired to do greater in their life, they use this, okay? And what's happening is this Ode to the Marine Corps within the QUARLESS ecosystem is now a subset, and we can grow this and develop it. We can sell the merch, the songs, the downloads, all this sort of stuff, right, to create revenue, to bring money in. And the point is the members of the site, and I'll explain that later, we have a system of points, just like you are a member at a store and you get cash back points and stuff like this. It's like that. So this is then going to expand because we're going to have other military branches as part of this Cadence Fitness, right? So it's not just Marine Corps. We're starting it with Marine Corps. We're going to other military units, including, I'll just tell you now, part of the Chinese martial arts project, they do lion dance with this very cool percussion. So what we're doing is we're taking the percussion and we're going to create a similar concept that's unheard of within the entire, now imagine this, China is 1 billion plus people. I think they're up to like 1.5 billion now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is a concept where we honor the culture of traditional Chinese martial arts, including musical elements and visuals like lion dance, and we work it into like fitness and for something to honor their culture. Okay, so what we do with QUARLESS.com and QUARLESS the brand, I'm based in Hong Kong. I'm American. I'm mixed, so I'm an American. I'm a mixed nationalist from America, based in Hong Kong with lots of connections here. So the whole way this works is we stay away from politics. We stick to entertainment and cultural sharing, connection. So the idea is we're taking elements of like the military, Marine Corps, projecting that out globally to everyone, including sharing it with the Chinese. And then we're taking Chinese culture and projecting it out globally, including sharing it with Americans that may have interest in certain things like that, you know, different forms of martial arts based on Chinese culture. Okay. So that's sort of where we're going with that. The way the excuse me. Yeah, and the way the profit share works, it's an ecosystem. This QUARLESS.com is like a digital economy ecosystem. People can come in and join. There's different.
11.
Okay, 10 minutes.
11 minutes now.
10, all right, 10 minutes left.
Oh.
We're trying to go 30 minutes. So we're 21 minutes in.
Yeah, the whole thing.
All right, what I'll do is, again, what we're going to do, this live stream gives you a sense of who I am. We have a lot of people out there, especially like there are a lot of Marines, and I understand that this is a great responsibility that I'm doing with this project, and I don't want to get into this now. Another day we'll get into it, but I appreciate the opportunity to uplift the morale. If you go to odetothemarinecorps.com, you'll see what it's all about. There's a press release which explains like what we're doing, but part of it is to really lift the spirit of Marines and of military members. So, and just a side note, even this project with the cadence and that is the plan is to create even ones that aren't military related. It's just like, you know, the singing and repeat, the lead vocal with the group vocal, but with things related to just confidence and having struggle and doing better. And like, so it's like for the gym, for people that, you know, just have some challenge in their life. So, but there's that, you know, disciplined military angle to it, but the content won't be like, oh, army or whatever, you know. It'll be like, you know, people trying to hold me down, but I'm rising up. Don't give up. Anyway, I'll work on the lyrics. So, yeah, so the value to you, the idea is there are many different ways to earn income through the site, okay? So in terms of how the site earns money, the store is not up yet. The plan is to have that up by the next episode. Every week we will do this episode, Eastern Standard Time. The target is 8 p.m. now. It'll be 9 p.m. when the time changes. But the idea is every week consistently, including, you know, the problems we have, the wins, the losses, all that kind of stuff, we just document. And so the idea is the site, the plan is to have the e-commerce site up where there'll be clothing, there'll be wall art, there'll be different elements like this, accessories. There's that. There's original entertainment-based content like music and this kind of thing. We're creating the docu series, so there'll be content on there and products. So the way we earn money, the way the site earns money, people purchase products. Some people don't care about this idea of a membership. They just kind of come, they see something they like, a shirt, they buy it, cool, right? Money comes in, thank you very much. We send the product. All physical products are made print on demand, and we have production in several places around the world, including the US, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, UK, I believe, Australia, Japan, okay? So what we're doing is we're creating we have a network. And the idea is as soon as someone orders a product, the money comes in, the producer creates the product, sends it directly to the customer. The funds that come in, we then share it within the community. So if it's, for example, if it's a branded product that was created, we're looking for other artists to come on board to create original. Each thing is, consider it like a song brand. If we're creating a song, it's not just a song, it's an idea, it's a concept, it's bigger, it's on clothing, it's people are rocking it, people are, you know, quoting things. So, and then when it's big like that, it's exclusive to QUARLESS.com. So people come to QUARLESS.com, they buy the wall art that says I got 2 words for you, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or I have 3 words for you, I love you. That comes from the Bajan saying brand, okay? So Duncan QUARLESS. So that's a way money comes in. We also we're developing, well, we have a tiered system. So the way, like a freemium. So the way it works, people can join the site for free, and as a free member still get access to the docu-series and other tools. And then there's a couple levels of paid subscriptions where you get more access to, for example, there are a bunch of groups. So there's like group networking, there's other exclusive content, things like that. And then that's the premium membership. Then there's an elite membership, which I'm requesting if you're feeling this, because part of our issue is cash flow. We need to get this thing funded, and we need to expand rapidly is the idea. So go to the site, QUARLESS.com, check out the elite membership. If you can do it, sign up for the full year. That allows us to put funds into the system. With the elite, you're getting a phone call directly from me. We have elite circles where it's the higher level members that are really committed to this. This is where you get access when we're developing new projects. You get first dibs on investments. So that's sort of the framework there. But the point is, money comes in through subscriptions. Money comes in through product sales. Money comes in through other forms. For example, developing online courses that are separate. It's like, this is a specific course on brand development, like our strategy here, okay? And this moment is the beginning. So it's like who's ever watching now, it's like you're in the lab, right? We're like planning it. So if you're feeling this, go to the site, get on board, and eat. By the way you earn I forgot to share how you earn money. So you earn money, like I said, if you're first of all, there's a brand, a project group. So it's like within every project. Okay, cool. We're gonna run over today because I think it's important to make these points about how it all works. And then what we're gonna do is take clips of that and put it out there. So in the live stream, I've made a point not to say and ah. So I'm working on my live, I'm burping. Working on my live presentation, and I'll continue to do that and work to improve it. I tend to bounce around a bit. I actually have a bunch of notes that I haven't looked at all. So, and I noticed in this live stream, I'm sort of just I have a stream of consciousness, and I'm jumping all around. So for you watching a live stream, it might be a little bit hard to follow, but the idea is we're recording this for the episode that will be on the site for free members, the QUARLESS Chronicles docu-series, and we'll take certain clips that like are the key pieces and then put that out. So it's like people are getting the ideas here. So how you earn points, okay? So first there's a project group. So think of it as 3 elements. So every brand project needs to have a creator. So a creator, very simple, obviously, you can tell what that is, right? So the creator, you need, you need there are 3 elements to every brand project. You have the creator, the traffic generator, and the investor. So within that, I'm going to just share now, those are the 3 elements to create the brand. You also have the management. So this is where the QUARLESS management takes a small piece. The way the system works is for us not to take too much. Take enough that the operation can function. We have some spaces for staff, so we need to pay staff, things like that. And the 5th element is every project has to have some social cause element that somehow affects the lives of children positively, right? So it's like I worked before with I worked at an orphanage. I volunteered, and this experience rocked me in terms of the need these little ones have to like have guidance and be safe and feel confident in themselves. And so I have a personal connection to this, but I've also thought about how about the children of fallen service members, right? Like their father or mother or someone close to them went off to do an honorable thing and they didn't return. So how's that kid doing, right? So we want to make sure there's anything we do, any project we do, it has to benefit children. For example, the Beijing Seyin, the project that's dedicated to my father's legacy, he originally was from Barbados. So of those 5 elements, okay, I'm obviously, and the way I earn my money is I'm a creator. So in the structure, I have it calculated that just like if it's a different creator for a different project, they're incentivized. I'm incentivized as a creator. So I don't get my money through the management operational piece. That's how I earn my money. And I want, as I'm saying that, it's like I don't want you to hold me to, like I'm still forming the structure, but everything will be transparent in terms of how we do it. And the reason I'm saying that is I don't want there to be like, we have some budget for travel or for something and I'm on the roster and it's like, you said that you were going to use your money. The point is there's some operational cost for the business, and then the way I intend to earn enough money that I don't have to worry about money for the rest of my life, it's through me being a creator. That's what I want to clarify. Okay, I noticed I'm hitting the table. It might be a little shaky. Sorry about that for the last 30 minutes. Stay with me. So for Beijing Seyin, for this project, my father, I saw someone new just come on. Welcome. My father passed away a month ago, so I'm putting something together for his legacy, and he had little words of wisdom, and with that, he immigrated from Barbados, which is laid back with some cool, wise sayings, and then he went to New York, where it's like aggressive, so it's this weird blend of cursing and being a little bit crazy. So that's the brand. But what we're going to do, the 5 elements I mentioned, you have the creator, the influencer, or let's call it traffic generation, because it could be someone that might not be an influencer, but they're willing to put money into marketing, let's say. So it's the one that creates the brand project, the traffic generation, the investor. They all have ways to earn their money back. And then the operational company. What is that dripping?
I'm doing something.
It's recording. Sorry, stay with me. The operational element and then the charitable element, the social element. So for Beijing Seyin, my father's project, we are going to support children in need in Barbados. So it could be orphan children, or maybe, for example, maybe there needs to be a school built or whatever. The idea is we support children in need in Barbados, and they know that this is from Duncan A. QUARLESS, a fellow Beijing who soon it's like my father almost made it to 90, right? Or he almost made it to his 90th year. He died at 88. So it's like in a short time, we're going to be celebrating Duncan's 100th birthday, and I'd love to see like a statue erected there, put up in there honoring him. Something like this is sort of where my mind is, okay? So what I'll do now is just finish. We're going to tie it all together in terms of what we did. So just a quick recap. Oh, I need to make the point. So of those funds that come in, there's a portion of the funds that just go into the system. Okay, so it's like the creator gets a cut. The creator gets a cut for forever, lifetime royalties. Okay, they created the content. The traffic generator influencer has some timeline because they're agreeing that they're gonna make it rain. They're gonna bring traffic in. They have some timeline to do that, and then after that, it may not be renewed. It could be renewable, may not be renewed, but that stream right there that they're guaranteed, that's gonna then open up. The investor puts money in, and we don't know how well the project's going to do, whether it's going to take a long time or it hits big, you know. So the investor puts in a certain amount of money, they get their return plus a percent, however long it takes. So that's that. So even within this structure, there's already a small piece that comes into the system there, and then it'll open up more as time goes on. So the idea is members will receive ranking and points. The idea is these points do not get turned in for cash. This is your score. So, and 2 points. If you come in today, I believe today's the 4th or the 5th. If you come in today on January 4th or 5th, 2026, that becomes your membership date. So this is very important in terms of how you rank within the system. So get in there. It's a free membership. Just come on, join up. And then the idea is you'll start to accrue points in different ways. Some ways you accrue points are simply posting, chatting, just like people do normally on like Facebook or wherever they're chatting. You actually gain points for that, and that converts, that raises your score, and then that could convert over to cash. In terms of, but we also need the system to earn money, right? So it's like anyone that buys products, we want people that, and I want to be very clear, this is nothing like something where you have no requirements to buy products, you have no requirements to pay for a subscription. It's totally free, but what we want to do is we want that when people really see what we're doing and the brands we're building, they're naturally going to want to buy a Bijan saying shirt. You know what I mean? A watch pot don't boil. If you're waiting for something, it ain't going to come. If you watch a pot to boil, it ain't going to boil. Or whatever. Or how about this one? A cup. My father used to always say, give me some sugar. How about a mug that says, give me some sugar? All right? Simple things like this. On the site, hundreds of products. We want general consumers that don't care about our system and the membership, whatever, the point system. They just see a cool mug or a shirt and they buy it. That's cool. Money comes into the system. People that understand the QUARLESS system, the ecosystem fully, are going to, hey, I need a new t-shirt. Let me go there and buy a t-shirt, right? So the idea is, and as you pay money like that, every dollar spent US, every dollar spent is a point. You join a subscription, every dollar spent is a point. You like someone's comment, every like is a point. You create a post, it's 3 points, right? So it's like you just get in there, you start using it. There's value in the paid subscriptions because we actually have, that's where the groups actually are. There are some groups within the free system, so you can get points there, but the actual value is in the network, right? So just letting you know, but stay with me. So the point is, that's the gamification system and the point system. So what I'm going to do now to close it out, so we're going to lead with, as I did earlier, some of you are new. Oh shit, hot sauce is here. Yo man, I want to see your new movie. It's looking hot. And I saw you doing that kung fu. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do I have that hat that I had from yesterday? I just straight up went to China. We did our own, deep in the heart of China. We did our own filming, right? But I also had this on. I was like, yo, what's up? The Woo is coming through, tried and true, 2026. Let's go on to the new mix. All right? And then it turns out, oh, hot sauce. Hot sauce is in here too. Nice. All right, cool. So, Yeah, I'm very excited because we have entertainment projects. Just for anyone that doesn't know, I'm actually on a TV show in Hong Kong. It's like a game show. Think of like think of like ABC network in the US, but Hong Kong's small. It's about 8 million people, but this is like prime time Sunday night show that everybody knows. It's a song where some game show, but I'm not a contestant. I'm a special guest on the show. I've been on there multiple times, so I'm becoming known here. This is creating the opening to film movies and TV shows and this kind of thing based here. And as you'll notice, now that I'm saying it, you're going to find that a lot of these main movies you see, they always have some random scene, like so-and-so is now in Hong Kong. I'm thinking of Gray Man. It's like the movie Gray Man, which is pretty cool, with Ryan Gosling. You know, it's like a high-action movie, but randomly in the middle of the movie, he's in Hong Kong, up on the peak, right? So there's lots of movies that always have that element. So my point is, there's lots of opportunity for us to make this thing huge. We link it into entertainment. I'm focused on musical entertainment right now. I'm comfortable with that. I'm also comfortable going on live television. This show has a live audience and this kind of thing. So, and I'm focused on getting, it's not just about me. It's like I want to get other talent involved, investment. This thing can grow rapidly, right? We could build multiple brands. The e-commerce store could be immense. Like, and the way the e-commerce store is going to work, it'll be like each brand has its own storefront, like its own channel. So it's like somebody that's a supporter of the Marine Corps, they like Ode to the Marine Corps, that project. They click on Ode to the Marine Corps, and it's everything Ode to the Marine Corps. The shirts, the whatever, right? The cup, everything, right? We're Gulf Code 225, you heard so much about. On the mug. Girls throw themselves at us whenever we go out. All right? So just some cool stuff. But anyway, someone could go on to they want something specific to the Marine Corps or to Barbadian culture, Bajan culture. They can click on that and get all products related to that. Or they can go there and just say, hi, I just want a mug. And then they click mug, and it's all the different brands with all the different mugs. So that's the structure that we're building. If you go to QUARLESS.com right now, it's not there because we're building it on the back end. The objective, which I'm going to talk about now, which is things that went right and wrong, things that we're planning, and then next week it's accountability time. So it's like, if by next week the e-commerce site is not live, I'm gonna have to say, sir, this Marine has no excuse, sir. All right. I was gonna say this recruit. Fuck that. Okay. All right. So just quick recap. The easy, simple way to think about this concept is the 4 P's. Perfect. Ooh, I love that. That's the fifth one because the shit is flawless. The plan is on point. Purpose, people, product, profit share. Okay? So that is the system of developing these brands. And now the format, which I promise, I'll try, that starting with the next episode 2, we want to cut the time down. I appreciate your time. So I want to cut the time down. Have it a little more structured so I'm not all over the place, okay? So the structure concept is we're going to start with the accountability. So accountability, we're going to go over what happened last week and what went right, what went wrong, unfinished. So I'll just tell you now, unfinished is the website. We're doing the Chinese translation. We wanted to have the products ready for now so we could be like, yeah, check out the site. You'll see some of the products, but we're building it. And if you go there now, there are no products. It's just the Ode to the Marine Corps song, which you can go and download right now. It's, I forgot the price, but you can either download per song or download the whole album, which includes karaoke, instrumental. It's a certain fee, or you can give more to that. But that's the only thing there right now. So when people come to the site, they're confused. So again, we're putting on the front end the e-commerce. It's an e-store element, not anything related to the membership. That's something people discover as they connect to the concept of the different brands, the unique approach, and product sales. Okay, so okay, and this is what's coming. I have notes here, and it keeps saying team, 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 team. We have a skeleton crew right now. There are 2 of us. We have a 3rd that's interested and helping out, giving feedback and everything, but an operational person. But the idea is we need to build a team that could be remote globally. So if you're interested in this, and what I'll do is I'm going to post what we need. So there's an actual operational there's an operational framework that's behind the scenes, but there'll be specific roles and tasks, so you'll get a sense of it. So you might have a skill set that this is perfect for you, and then the way it would work, because we're working on a shoestring budget right now. If you're interested in this, think of it as like we're not doing like we're gonna pay you right off the bat type thing. You come in, we talk, you get a sense of how it works. We see if we're working well together. You do some of the operational, and as we're developing what the shares are, because as I mentioned, with the income that comes in, there'll be a section specifically dedicated to operational work, and then that's where your money will come. So anyone interested in operational work, that's where the money will come. And then the idea is, we want to make sure, because we're still developing the concept, we want to make sure that everything works in the right way. The prices are the right price point for the customer, so they feel comfortable with buying the product. So we can sell. We don't want to have it too cheap and then we can't earn any money, but we don't want it so high that it's like this is just a normal product with a huge markup, right? So we connect the brand, we make it valuable, we have a good price point. When the money comes in, we make sure everyone involved with developing the product and marketing the product, they're compensated properly. So we're able to build brands and teams in a much more in a rapid. It doesn't have to be rapid, but it has to be valuable to everybody. And then that's where the point is. Part of this piece that we're still developing is the operational people. So I think if you're more like the person we're talking to now does part-time work and they're not so concerned about earning money, so they have that in their free time instead of screwing around, watching a Netflix movie or whatever, or a TV series, they're open to like exploring and looking at how to help us develop the system. So we're interested in people like that. Maybe you have, entrepreneurial spirit, or you are technically good at something, and as you learn, maybe some of you are seeing me for the first time, some of you have known me for years, but you'll get a sense of my intention and what I'm trying to do, and through that we can develop some element of trust, and it's transparent. So as we're developing how the system works and the payout, even the person I'm thinking of now she's basically just like, checking, she's gone into the system, she's testing certain things, she's giving feedback, she's doing this voluntarily with the understanding that the next step is we're presenting her with the framework we think makes sense, and then she can give feedback on that and help us actually develop the framework, which allows her to have a place in it, and it's a mutually agreed upon approach. And in that, she also needs to understand, because we have an operational framework, that there's going to be these other roles. So so we have to keep in mind there will be other people involved, and does it make sense for all of those people? And with that said, we then bring on other people and do the same process, right? So with that said, right now on the site, there's only as I speak right now, there's only a form that's for the project teams. There's not one for an operational person. I will definitely put that on. So right now, if you're interested right now, I think just go ahead and you could fill out the operational form, but otherwise you'll see that that may be changed. It'll either be updated. I think just go on there, and if you are interested, you could even just talk to the chat bot. It's actually me or the other team member. It's not a bot. Why do I say that? Yeah, we're in the AI world too much. It's a chat box, and when you communicate with the chat box, a human will get to it within a reasonable time and get back to you. So if you're interested in anything operational wise, just reach out, and then we'll communicate in terms of when we're going to have that framework available. You can see what the framework is, and actually definitely join the site. Again, it's free. So you just go to QUARLESS.com, join the site for free, and then because the framework will be it'll be on the site, but for members only, free members and all members, but that framework will be on there. So join. All right, so in terms of the structure of the live stream, first point is going to be the accountability segment, which is what went well, what didn't go well, and what we're planning to do. I just covered that, but normally it should be 3 to 5 minutes, all right? So I'll work on getting through this a lot quicker. And of course, if there's more detail needed, we'll go there. Next is the actual, all right, accountability is one section. Next section is like the insights and takeaways and that. Okay. My focus is very, very different from how I was last year. So in 2020, especially I think because I've had some real difficulty in my life the past several years, including not having people I care deeply about around me, and then I suffered the loss of my father. So it's like it's been very rough, and that's part of why I'm so proud. I'm so happy is a weak ass word, but I mean it's a great word, but it's too simple for this expression. Happiness is beautiful. It's why I feel so good about the Ode to the Marine Corps song, because over the past several years I've been, connecting with different Marines in different ways. I was inspired deeply by 3-8. I didn't serve in 3-8. I did serve in Gulf Code 225, and I also served in Bulk Fuel Charlie, we feed the war machine. All right. So, and then there's just Marines in general, ones that inspire me, that through just following their social and this kind of thing. So the point is, through the last several years, I've built a connection with different Marines through social, and this has actually helped me deeply, because I know, just honestly, like any organization, any company, whatever, you have people that you like, people that you don't like, people you get along with or you don't get along with. But one thing that's very cool about the Marine Corps is there's this sense of mission and purpose. So it's like, even if I think you're a dick, we're gonna go, we're gonna go do this together, right? And we'll go to the tree line and sort the shit out later. This type of sentiment is what has been deeply it's deeply affected me in the right way. So that's why I created Ode to the Marine Corps. And I didn't want to go there, but there are, in terms of service members, I don't know if you knew this, but the last number was 22 suicides per day for service members. And so there are a lot of people hurting out there. So the idea is I wanted to create something that really lifts the spirit and morale. And even if people have, done rough things, seen rough things, they have value, deep value. And the name of this game we're in is you can't check out. There's a few rules. You can't self-check out. So you have to find ways to take your life and make it purposeful. So that was part of what I did with Ode to the Marine Corps, and now with QUARLESS, honoring my father. So yeah, I got a bit off there. So Yeah, so the point is, so what are the lessons learned and takeaways and all that? It's like, so I'm super focused. We've had lots of hiccups, including today. The live stream wouldn't work. So we started an hour and a half late. We're on the phone with the long view, which wasn't preferred. So we're going to work on that. We have better equipment, a mixer, software. So we're trying to really level up so we can do quality interviews with people. So that's one element. So I'm super focused. Building the site. We have to finish getting the e-com element up. Get on the site, start to communicate, go into the different groups. You'll see your points going up. And again, the goal is to maximize your score within the ecosystem, okay? The digital economy, all right? We're making it exciting because it's a digital economy, but even money is abstract. It's digital until you press the ATM and the paper comes out, right? So it's the same thing with creating these brands, right? Ode to the Marine Corps was an idea. I had my experience with the Marine Corps and with cadences, which I really enjoyed. And then I knew the music, the Marines hymn, which was a bit, it's traditional. It has its place, just like the national anthem, but it has this long history. How can we make it a little bit more? And then just like, and then with the cadence, with the singing, oh, I love it. So yeah, so we created something from nothing, from an idea. We took an idea, we made it tangible. It's very real, right? So that's why Ode to the Marine Corps is our flagship. We have, as I mentioned, 4 other projects. QUARLESS itself, there are currently estimated 400 to 600 people on planet Earth with the surname QUARLESS. It is that small. And we share a history that came out of Europe, the UK, and now we're basically primarily in the UK, the US, and the Caribbean, right? So we're all over, and now we're building in Asia as well. So Hong Kong, China, okay? So that is a brand in itself, okay? So I'm looking for within the QUARLESS family, because we have QUARLESSes on here now. Within the QUARLESS family network, there are people that I know that I've had Christmas with, and there are others that I've never physically met, but I know them through Facebook or through social, and the point is, like I shared what my father told me, what my father, Duncan A. QUARLESS, taught me. It's not about blood thicker than water, because everybody's father, brother, or son can be an asshole, all right? So it's more about through the spiritual element, through character, that you could connect with people. So what I'm saying is, any QUARLESS member, someone with the QUARLESS surname on planet Earth, wherever you are, if the QUARLESS.com project is resonating with you, you have a special place in our system. And then with you coming on board, I don't want it to be QUARLESS.com is Jim QUARLESS. I'm the guy. I want it to be, yes, I'm the founder. Yes, it's my idea, but it's been inspired by my father, Duncan A. QUARLESS. It's been inspired by other QUARLESSes through history that have traveled. We started as a family. We started in Europe and have spread out through the world. We have all different races, different religions. We culminate what people really want the earth to develop into. I'm talking to you, QUARLESS member. If this is resonating with you, come on board, and then you become part of this group. And then it just becomes, I'm imagining on the page, it's like, who are the QUARLESS members? And we have like a list. There's some kind of hierarchical system or something, but it's like the QUARLESS network and the different in this continent. Now we're spreading. You know what I mean? We need, something like that. Anyway, rambling. But so we have QUARLESS for this quarter. We're going full force. QUARLESS as a brand. QUARLESS, Ode to the Marine Corps, which is our flagship. Chinese martial arts, Chinese Kung Fu, that's the working title. And Beijing Saying, that's the working title. We're developing the actual brands, and those are coming out soon as well. So again, I'm all about, we got to build the team, okay? An operations team, and then that'll make things be much smoother, because we have a crazy skeleton crew. All right. Immediate actions. What we're going to do now. We filmed a bunch yesterday for the episode, okay? We're filming now the live stream, but I'm actually recording me filming the live stream for the episode that'll be on the site. We are going to, we're going to finish filming today. Over the next couple of days, we're going to make a very rough cut, edited episode 1. The difference is this is QUARLESS Chronicles live, and then we have QUARLESS Chronicles, the docuseries. That'll be on the site for free, as I mentioned. So the objective is every Wednesday we get that on the site. Once it's on the site, on Thursday we do a quick live stream to promote, and we'll do a little like trailer for it, but we do a quick live stream just to kind of go over what was done and what's the plan, and just a quick midweek update. That's to keep us focused, keep us fresh, and that's the plan with that content. Ode to the Marine Corps. This is the next step, which I'm going to do, and it'll be my accountability for the next live episode in 1 week. I'll have a live episode. My focus and intention is to get lots of content. We have lots of clips of the bulk fuel Charlie, we feed the war machine. I got some bulk fuelers in here. All right. Sorry about that. All right. No, I'm not sorry. So what we're doing is between now and next week, I'm going to put out all different. We have a bunch of video. It's the lyrical video of Ode to the Marine Corps. Multiple clips, but it's all the same of like the lyrical video. So the idea is over the next week, we're just going to pump all of those out. You're going to see them. We're just going to pump all of those out so they're out in the ecosystem, okay? We're going to use hashtags. We're going to use keywords. We're going to tag different types of people. We're prepared to communicate with, of course, the command, right? So we want to communicate with the command people, the current Marine Corps leadership from the top down, veterans, etc. The objective of, and you could check it out, the Ode to the Marine Corps oath is that this becomes just like the oath says, just like do or die, semper fi, all these elements. How about Full Metal Jacket? Every Marine on earth living knows about Full Metal Jacket. Every Marine on earth will know the words Ode to the Marine Corps. Have you heard of Ode to the Marine Corps? It's like, hello, of course. Ode to the Marine Corps. 250 years, 250 more. I love the Marine Corps. Ode to the Marine Corps. Semper Fi, do or die, always and forever. Semper Fi, do or die, always and forever. I love it. I love it, man. Hey, I have lots of ideas, but I can tell you what, if I go to my death and I know that song, all Marines know that shit, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah. All right. And part of that is that I believe it's gonna uplift a lot of people, and it's just badass. All right. What do we got? All right. So massive communication as much as possible to all Marines. Step 1, all influencers, Marines with followings, everything. Like, let's try to get people to get on board with that. That's number 1. Then there is I actually today have to work on it, because right now, please go there. On Facebook, go to groups. You can look up Ode to the Marine Corps, the group. It's literally, I just set up the group. So it's facebook.com/groups/Ode to the Marine Corps. That is there, but it's bare bones. The goal now is I'll add content so people understand what it is. All of these videos I'm mentioning will be there because people can then take them and share them. But what we want to do is have Marines, of course, we want to invite it's everyone, not just Marines, any patriot, military person, even people into fitness, right? We want people all getting on there, and creative people creating memes and getting that out there. Okay, so just different ideas, creative ideas, and we just make, so the goal, the purpose, the reason you're there is you want the oath, Ode to the Marine Corps oath, to be known everywhere. All right? Okay. So this week, Ode to the Marine Corps, super heavy, okay? Also, in episode 1, this is beautiful because the event we just went to in China was very heavily focused on the Chinese martial arts project. So actually, episode 1 is most of the content's gonna be about the Chinese Kung Fu project, but then some of it's gonna be integrated in like some of this element, so you'll get an idea of like it's bigger than just me or the QUARLESS brand concept or Ode to the Marine Corps. You'll start to see this thing is massive. It is a global concept. You are at the ground level. You are like, people can't even see. It's the soil's right here. You're like the seed inside the soil. That reminds me of a song called The Seed I Did, which is going to be connected to another project we're doing with a Buddhist project that I'm working on. Anyway, separate idea. All right. So, Marine Corps Heavy. Facebook group invites. Get lots of Marines, lots of Patriots onto that group. That's the focus for this week. Building the site to where it has the e-commerce element. The store is actually up. Also, the framework for operational members. So we want to get people on board that can help with operations. That's the goal for this week. As well as, investors. And investors is one element. You can go to the site and look at what that's about. I discussed it already on the live stream. Traffic generators, okay? Creators. It's called Co-Create. There is a link on the site that says Co-Create. If you're a creator, a musical artist, creator of some type, or we're focused on musical artists for now. If you are a musical artist, a traffic generator, influencer, an investor, go to Co-Create and fill that form out, okay? And if you are feeling this and you want to support this project, this endeavor, and you want to have insider access and have a massive score, your score will be ridiculous if you join the Elite Membership Program. And then you'll see the Elite Membership subscription is insider's view. This helps fund and fuel the immediate launch of all of this stuff, okay? So that would be outstanding. All right, so we covered the accountability. So again, for the live stream, next time, much smoother. We'll improve as we go. This should be helpful for you in your own life. You just gotta get started. And make adjustments. In production, we call that a running change. You start production and you see, this isn't fitting right or whatever. Let's not make too many more and fix it. Okay. So segment for the live stream. Segment 1, accountability. Segment 2 is wins, mistakes, insights. Okay. Step 3, which we did just now, is the next thing. Like, what are we doing next? I just explained. And then I'd like to, this is the point where, and I did this as well. It's encouraging you to go to QUARLESS.com and join. All right. Join the free membership. It's cool. You can join the premium or the elite, of course, and help us build something amazing. Okay, and then this is where I'm gonna close it down. All right, I think I went crazy over. I was planning I think 15 minutes isn't doable. It'll probably be like 30 minutes once a week. 30 minutes seems like a good target, because we have a section which is for any suggestions from the audience, whether it's related to the stream, related to the website or content, and anything. So just give suggestions and ideas. Be thoughtful. Don't be a dick or a brachi, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. And then anything that so suggestions in terms of what you see, anything you're interested in learning about, questions you have related to anything. Okay, that's another one. And then I think that's it. It's basically like a Q&A section. So for now, I'm just gonna so any questions or comments you have, like reach out and we can use them. I can answer them next time. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I appreciate you. We got bulk fuel. Oh, I got some Phoenix cats. We got Franklin up in here. I even have something very special I want to do for Franklin. All right, Franklin, our home. Okay, so some of us are still in Franklin. Many of us have gone and we're off doing different things, but there's a special place in Franklin, including our anyway, you know what I'm saying. So, all right, I'm gonna sign out. So I appreciate you so much, and yeah, I'll see you come to the site. I'll see you on the site. All right, QUARLESS.com. All right, thanks. Bye. Thank you.